Welcome to Sakir and the Bahrain International Circuit, where the grid is forming up ready for today's race. Plenty of opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit for these young F2 drivers to show what they can do. The best passing opportunity right up there at turn 1, and we should see plenty of action there. But there's another not long after at turn 4. There are 9 right-handers and 6 left-handers, and the possibility that we could see some flat spots at the tightest of those left-handers, that's turn 10. We are nearly ready for the start of today's race, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the grid. Rotoma Miata lines up on pole position, with Leonardo Fornaroli alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Dunn, Martins, Amory Cordial, Miney, Crawford, Montoya, Pepe Marti, Roman Stanek, Lindblad, Mini, Joshua Dirksen, Richard Verschoor, Shields, Esterson, Goethe, Sami Megatunif, Bennett, Beganovic, Villa Gomez, and Luke Browning completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. Hello one, hello all, and welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, he is Alex Brundle, and we have changeable conditions today, Alex. How does that uncertainty affect the strategy?
There are going to be some quivering hands on the tyre guns, aren't there, when they tighten up what could easily be the wrong specification of tyre completely for the conditions. It's a gamble out there.
Got front wing damage, recommend you box for a new one. Box now. There's a new strategy available on the MFD. Right, let's go, come on. Okay, that stop was a slower time than we ideally wanted to see. gap to your teammate ahead, 15.2 seconds. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. Seeing major front wing damage. Box, box, box. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
What a great drive. Ritomo Miata takes the checkered flag.
Well, the pressure's really building on this one. We're getting into the business end of things, and it's going to be fully elbows out. But that's a great way to push through the mid-year.
ART, the French team who have been racing since the 90s in various forms of motorsport, are once again back on the winner's podium today after a brilliant display from team and driver. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling Greetings and welcome to Jeddah for what promises to be a thrilling Formula 2 race. So let's examine the Jeddah Street circuit. As you can see, this has the potential to be a very challenging track for our young F2 drivers. We'll get a good chance to see which of them have been able to best capitalise on their time spent here in practice earlier this weekend. And like the other street circuits on the calendar, the lack of runoff is going to make sections of this track very punishing if the drivers get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid having to bring out the safety car this time around. As we're now moments away from the off, let's take a look at the grid order in which they'll start today's race. Amaury Cordial lines up on pole position, and it's Victor Martins in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Dunn, Miney, Jack Crawford, Miata, Mini, Dirksen, Montoya, Leonardo Fornaroli, Stanek, Pepe Marti, Arvid Lindblad, Kean Shields, Villa Gomez, Goethe, Bennett and Richard Verschoor, Beganovic, Megatuniv, Esterson and Luke Browning completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is time to introduce you to Alex Brundle. I'm Alex Jakes, and we've got changeable weather out there today. That's making for some nervous team personnel down in the paddock, down in the pit lane.
Well, uncertainty is what strategy's all about, but it absolves the teams from the responsibility of running both compounds of tyre. They might have to use that wet tyre, of course, and then the question is, where do those crossovers lie between the wet and dry conditions?
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
The boy from Belgium, he's done it! Here come our winning drivers then, onto the podium at the end of a brilliant race. The drama and excitement are over. Congratulations to our top three today. There will be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race, when Formula 2... Welcome to all those joining us as we kick off another round of thrilling Formula 2 racing at Imola. Imola's unusual in that it runs anti-clockwise, taking in 19 turns along its 3.1 miles of tarmac. 9 of those are right-handers, with the remaining 10 as left-handers. Now, the F2 drivers here today need to keep in mind the elevation. Pay attention to turn 7. A slow exit from here will lose a driver a lot of time as they struggle to accelerate uphill. Here are the starting positions for today's race. Alex Dunn lines up on pole position. And it's Jack Crawford in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Cordial, Miata, Leonardo Fornaroli, Martins, Montoya, Shields, Stanek, Kushmini, Mini, Dirksen, Richard Verschoor, Pepe Marti, Lindblad, Goethe, Megatuniv, Luke Browning, Beganovic, Villa Gomez, Bennett, and Max Esterson completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. Hello one, hello all, and welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, he is Alex Brundle, and we have changeable conditions today, Alex. How does that uncertainty affect the strategy?
There are going to be some quivering hands on the tyre guns, aren't there, when they tighten up what could easily be the wrong specification of tyre completely for the conditions. It's a gamble out there.
Okay, you've got front wing damage. This will have a major impact on performance unless you box for a new one. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out. That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're okay. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. Okay, mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Your early turn-in meant we had a slower than planned pit stop. Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Out of the final corner for the final. Dams are another team with a huge amount of history in this championship. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next. Hello and welcome to the Circuit of Barcelona, Catalunya. We're counting down to the start of today's race, and you can feel the excitement in the air. This promises to be a real spectacle. It's an updated track at Catalunya. We welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector, shortening lap times and reducing the total running to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was actually the original setup for the track, but it hasn't been used since 2007. Well then, after an exciting session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. A fantastic effort from Anne-Marie Cordial yesterday puts him on pole position, with Victor Martins alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Miata, Montoya, Gabriele Mini, Dunn, Miney, Crawford, Stanek, Leonardo Fornaroli, Shields, Villa Gomez, Oliver Gerfer, Pepe Marti, and Dirksen, Lindblad. Bennett and Richard Verschoor. Browning, Esterson, Megatuniv and Dino Beganovic completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is time to introduce you to Alex Brundle. I'm Alex Jakes, and we've got changeable weather out there today. That's making for some nervous team personnel down in the paddock, down in the pit lane.
Well, uncertainty is what strategy's all about, but it absolves the team.
Okay, the stewards have given you a 3-second time penalty for contact with other cars. That's 3 seconds to be added to our race time. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strap. Are you all right? Engine off, engine off. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
Great drive, rewarded in victory for Amory Cordial. I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that one. I'm sure it's nothing. It was great having you with us for the weekend. Following on from the qualifying session earlier in the day, this has all the makings of a classic. Let's hope we get the spectacle we all want today here in Montreal as we get ready for lights out at the Canada race. Located on a man-made island in the middle of the St. Lawrence River, the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is a track known for its heavy braking chicanes and famous hairpin. Going at flat-out speeds can result in some close calls, particularly at the iconic Wall of Champions, where former drivers will tell you discipline is key to navigating the track's final chicane. With that then, let's run through the grid order. Amory Cordial lines up on pole position, with Alex Dunn alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Miata, Martins, Leonardo Fornaroli, Miney, Crawford, Lindblad, Stanek, Gabrielli Mini, Dirksen, Shields, Richard Verschaw, John Bennett, Montoya, Goethe, Megatuniv, Rafael Villagomez, Pepe Marti, Esterson, Browning, and Dino Beganovic completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. Hello one, hello all, and welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, he is Alex Brundle, and we have changeable conditions today, Alex. How does that uncertainty affect the strategy?
There are going to be some quivering hands on the tyre guns, aren't there, when they tighten up what could easily be the wrong specification of tyre completely for the conditions. It's a gamble out there.
Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Okay mate, that was an illegal manoeuvre, you've got to cede that position or we'll receive a penalty. Okay, I'm afraid I've been told that you've got a 3-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. There's a new strategy available on the MFD. Okay, go, go, go. Good job from you and the crew there, mate. We're satisfied with that. Okay, you have some front wing damage, but not enough to justify a stop in the remaining laps. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Are you okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
The boy from Belgium, he's done it! Amaury Cordial takes the checkered flag.
Two wins in a row, and they're really building a picture, aren't they? The confidence must be building here.
Welcome to the pub. And after all of that excitement, I think I need to lie down. Thanks. Here we are amidst the dense forest and rolling hills of Spielberg in Austria, just 2 hours out of Vienna. It's an amazing destination for the race today, and we're about to get started. So Spielberg is one of the shortest laps on the F2 calendar, just 10 corners, 7 right and 3 left. Look out for the uphill braking zone into turn 3 that represents one of the better opportunities to overtake. Also turn 4 straight afterwards, and then the next one being all the way back round to turn 1. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Alex Dunn lines up on pole position, and it's Victor Martins in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Miney, Crawford, Ritomo Miata, Cordial, Mini, Stanek, Pepe Marti, Arvid Lindblad, Fornaroli, Montoya, Kean Shields, Oliver Gerther, and Dirksen, Esterson. For sure, John Bennett, Megatuniv, Browning, Villa Gomez, and Dino Beganovic completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is time to introduce you to Alex Brundle. I'm Alex Jakes, and we've got changeable weather out there today. That's making for some nervous team personnel down in the paddock, down in the pit lane.
Well, uncertainty is what strategy's all about. But
Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. Okay mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Okay mate, that's it. Go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
He has left them all behind. Jack Crawford takes the checkered flag.
And they've won the team's championship. Utterly brilliant. Such a small group of people that can work on these Formula 2 cars, and the driver is the hero of the day for that team.
And out of the commentary box window, I can see the drivers making their way onto the podium. It's been a sublime team performance, a culmination of a lot of hard work. Dams are your winners today.